All right, Dean Davison, live weatherblogs.com meteorologist here. I'm doing an audio update here. Taking a look at a few things. What's going to control drop depression 10 and also control Isaac. We're talking about Joyce and Isaac most likely being a part of, one of them at least being a part of the United States by the early part of next week. And I'll show you here. We're going to start off with the GFS model. And this is an American model. As we know, here's Isaac. Here's 10. And we're going to move this forward just a little bit and continue to move it forward. We'll do some discussion on why things will happen. I'll stop it here. It's then affecting going towards Puerto Rico and the islands. Here's your high pressure right here. The high's nice and good high there, good high there. So what's going to happen is this ridge will push, this low will push in, and we're going to have an area that's going to be opportune for movement, which is going to be up through here. So that's going to be your area you're going to have to watch this move as we continue to move this along. See, Joyce sits out a little further to the northwest. GFS continues, takes it close to Hispaniola, as Joyce will go north on a more northerly track. See, the high pressure is really building here, and it's really this GFS is really strengthening this storm and heading it for Florida. You get the high pressure here, the weakness is definitely here, and here's your area that you're going to look at for the storm moving in. We'll continue to move this, and we'll put the hurricane in Florida, and then move it for a second landfall before making it turn more northeast as we get a strong low pressure system moving in. So this will be what turns this, but it'll be eventual. It's not going to be quick. Like I said, it'll be here in the southeast. So any effects based on the GFS model, this whole area here will be affected with the system. Joyce would move out to sea, based that this storm would be prominent to everything else. This is only one model, but this is a strong indication of what's being shown here. GFS model. That's the European model, and you can see the European model is pushing it a lot further west, but will then turn it north. So the European model, kind of like the solution anywhere from the Texas coast over, this would have to be turning because this low is moving in. So, like I said, I would cut Texas over to Florida, but that's the least. It's one model that's not in agreement with a lot of the other ones at this point, and it keeps it a little weaker. That's something else that you will see here with the European model. H-Worth model, as you see, come here in Puerto Rico. Hits it from Florida. H-Worth model puts it close to Miami on this run, and it has Joyce further out to sea. Like I said, this is the H-Worth model, the hurricane center model, basically. GFDL model, this is going to push us a little further. It's going to push us a little further, much like the GFS is. This is very close to what the GFS is showing at this current point. And you can see, it'll go near Florida with the GFS model, move inland, come into the eastern stretch of Florida, and that's the difference just by a little bit with the GFDL and the GFS. But so far what you've seen is these models pretty predominantly pushing it towards Florida. The Canadian model then will take this much like the GFS. This is getting very much close to GFS, except for it's showing a stronger high and the weakness not coming as quick, and allowing this one to get really strong on the eastern coast of Florida, and then moving into Georgia, South Carolina. And this would be very bad or good depending on where you're at futuristically for the southeast. All these tracks seem to be good for the southeast for one reason. You're going to get a lot of rainfall off of it. So anybody the storm looks to affect the United States in some way or fashion. There's no model turning out to say. That's the one thing you're going to notice about this. Secondly, every single model would give us in the southeast rainfall, and that's very much needed. The other thing this thing kind of scared me a little bit is it still keeps Joyce in the loop. So we'll see how that works. But this would allow this, at the end of this loop, to be affecting Roanoke and Lynchburg, North Carolina. But the movement inland would be South Carolina here to Florida. So there's where we have to watch out. Florida, you're in the crosshairs pretty much on every single model. So Floridians need to be prepared for any of this to occur. So stay tuned here at liveweatherblogs.com. We'll keep you updated on the tropics. I just want to give you a tropical update on what's seen here. Looking at the models bunched up, as I said, anywhere in Florida. Florida is in the frickin' southeast. You're looking at getting some actual rain out of this sometime in the beginning of next week. This is very interesting to see. Like I said, pretty consensus of what's going to go on here, and it's going to hit hurricane strength. Satellite picture at this hour, you can see strong thunderstorms around the center of circulation. It's continuing there, starting to get good outflow. But this is a strengthening system. It's moving west of 20, and we'll make that west-northwest turn eventually here. I said this is the satellite picture of Isaac. Stay with liveweatherblogs.com for all the latest information. Mike DeFino, myself, Dean Davidson, Rob Garino, Kevin Riley, the guys from Geo Environmental, Atmosphere. We're all on it for you, and we'll keep you up to date. We're going to be most in-depth for you. Anybody in the state of Florida, I would right now get ready, prepare for a hurricane, and also anyone along the East Coast and the Gulf, it's hurricane season. You should be getting prepared anyway. With liveweatherblogs.com, this is meteorologist, administrator, your other manager, Dean D. Davis. Have a great afternoon, and I'll update you a little bit later.